Good day, YouTube. This is Jade Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on Nvidia. I've talked about them on the channel, not per se an individual video. I talked about them and some other stocks back on December 29th, and Neo, Nvidia, and some other stocks. It was kind of a combination back on January 11th. So I'll go ahead and link those in the description. But as you can see here, Nvidia is having a great day today, so 607.18 on up to what it is now, so almost $29, or well, $22 I should say, upside, 4.71%, so right here 28.22, so not too bad. I don't have any, well, I have a partial share, you can see here. But this one's kind of been all over the place. It's kind of the nature of the stock, but it does tend to go up. So you can see, and I'll show you where I bought mine. It was probably somewhere right around in here, but wish that was a whole share, but it's not. But as you can see, it kind of peaks and then falls down, peaks, falls down. That's kind of the nature of this one, peaks and then falls down, whether it be a sell-off, correction, or people taking profits, hard to say. But as you can see here, over the last year, up 71%. That's just incredible for a company like this, stock this size. Last week, not too bad, up 10%, and here today, up 4.7%. So as you can see, I have a partial share here. If you don't know what Nvidia is, feel free to pause and go over this. They've been around since 1993. Average volume is 8.43 million with a $375 billion market cap. And great ratings, awesome ratings on this one of 82%. And here's their earnings. So it looks like they've beat on earnings every time, and they have coming up May 26th or after hours. So this is when Robinhood started doing their partial shares, so I had, I don't know, some money, and I threw 10, 20 bucks at quite a few different stocks, ones that were out of my price range at the time, and so I'm kind of glad I did, because it kind of adds to the video for those of you that don't have $600+ laying around, 628, you can buy partial shares of this one and keep dollar cost averaging into it. So I guess I bought those and was looking forward to the future making videos, but not so much, but it just so happened to work out that way. But you can buy, I think, partial on Fidelity as well as M1 Finance. I have a link for M1 Finance in the description. Feel free to use that, and any other of the links that you may choose to use, and you can get some free stock that way. This kind of goes over an option strategy as dated on the 23rd, so actually yesterday. Nvidia wasn't particularly good on timing, so he is taking one more shot at it. He said so here's the semiconductor, the iShares for 425.88, had a significant move higher last year, but has paused since the beginning of the year. Shang sees a setup as a good continuation pattern. Nvidia has been stuck between 500 and 590 for the last 9 months. He is starting to see some breakouts in an absolute relative basis above 590, and we'll see how that holds. And going through earnings and the rest of the information that I have to go over here. They're even going to go announce a stock split. So the market is implying a move of 6% higher. Historically moves around 3.8% on the event of earnings, and wants to use the trade structure that accounts for that. He wants to sell the June 500 or 600 to 580 put spread for a credit of 15.85. The trade is going to be profitable if the stock stays above 584.15 at the June expiration. So if you're looking to do an option, you could take into consideration what I just read there. I don't do a whole lot of options, but for those of you, more power to you. Expected moves this week: Nvidia, Salesforce, Snowflake, Costco, Bitcoin, and more. So it should be a very interesting week. So last week, SPY finished the week inside of the expected move, down about 0.5% versus the 1.5% move options were pricing for the week. SPY options are pricing at 1.4% move in either direction for the upcoming week. That corresponds to about $410 as a bearish consensus and $421 as a bullish consensus. Moving forward here on MSN Money, currently showing it as a buy. And over here on bar chart, I just started using bar chart, and you can see the day's low, the high, previous close at $5.99, and so we're up above the $5.99, $600 range. So we'll see if that holds and see what happens with it the rest of the week here. So here's the market cap, shares outstanding, annual sales, annual income, and some other financial information there. Feel free to pause and go over the rest, or else you can go right to a bar chart and go over that there yourself. Today's volume of 169,276. And moving on, Nvidia announces a 4-for-1 stock split. Shares jump 2.6%. So this is just stated here today, a couple hours ago. So they announced that the board has declared a 4-for-1 stock split in the form of a stock dividend to make its shares more accessible to a larger number of employees and investors. So I don't know, I feel it's a good move. It's an expensive stock of above $600. Not a lot of people can afford to buy a whole share, so you'll be able to buy a fourth of that here. When the split comes, the proposed split will increase the chip maker's outstanding common shares to 4 billion. Shares of the company jump 2.6% to close at $599.67 on the 21st. The split is conditional on approval from shareholders at the company's annual meetings to be held on June 3rd. Upon approval of the split, each shareholder of Nvidia as of June 21 will receive a stock dividend of 3 additional common shares for every share held. The shares are to be distributed after the close of trading on July 19th, and trading on the newly split shares will begin on July 21. Some important dates in here so the meeting is on June 3rd. The approval of the split on June 21, and trading on the shares are to be distributed after the close on trading of July 19, and trading in the new split shares on July 20. Some important dates there. If you're an Nvidia holder or want to watch it, I would put those on your calendar. So here it kind of goes over earnings. $10 per share, up 53% and 73% year over year, respectively. So that's just huge numbers. And buy rating on the stock with a price target of $700, which implies a 16.7% upside. I don't have any other shares of Nvidia. After the split, I might look into getting them, but Intel's my favorite holding that I currently have. I used to have AMD. I've made videos about both, and right now I don't have any of Nvidia, but after the split, I will definitely look a little bit closer at it, as it will be more affordable in my price range at that point in time. So just stating my opinion there. But Nvidia split announcement raises red flag. This is just dated 5 hours ago. So earnings on Wednesday's post-market, with analysts expecting a profit of $3.22 per share on $5.2 billion in revenue. If met, earnings per share will mark a 78% profit increase compared to the same quarter last year. Why announce a split before earnings? The system chip manufacturer announced a 4-for-1 stock split on Friday morning, effective on July 20. The timing raises a red flag given the close proximity of the week's report, triggering speculation the company is attempting to manage potential disappointment ahead of a less than spectacular quarter. So maybe they know something that we don't. Even the long string of better than expected releases is unlikely to defer investor interest ahead of the news. So if it dips and then splits, it'll be even more attractive. So, because if I got into this one, it would be for the long term. But again, setting a $700 price target. So you just divide that by 4, and then you'd come up with a price. So, depending what it's trading at that point in time, which that could change. So they announced the 4-to-1 stock split. We already went over that 3 days ago. And currently at 627.90 or 68, so really good day. 52-week low of 319 and a high of 648. 615 close would be a deal for me, and also form a wonderful bearish pin. Stock picks of the month: Tesla, Alibaba, Nvidia, and Apple. Not really much other information in here outside of what we've already covered. So over here to tip ranks, and as it slowly comes up, so currently at 628.11, and this is showing an upside or a strong buy of 685.43 with a 9.10% upside, high of 800, low of 550. But that's all that I have on Nvidia. So if you have an Nvidia, go ahead and list that in the comments along with your cost basis. And if you have any other favorite semiconductors or any other information in regards to Nvidia, would be nice to know as well. So again, if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. We broke 900 subscribers over the weekend, so I thank you for all the support. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 as soon as possible, and see if we can get that here as soon as we can. So again, this is J Money, following Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.